I'm Sophie from Cedar College Ballarat, and today I'm going to be teaching how to do a bounce pass. The things we're going to need today is you're going to need a ball and you're going to need a partner to pass to, or you can just use a wall if you don't have anyone. Let's get into it. Okay, before we do any type of bounce passing or any activity, we need to do a bit of a warm-up. We're not doing too much exercise today, so I'll keep it pretty short and simple. But before we get into it, we're going to need to do a warm-up. We're not doing too much exercise today, so we're going to keep it pretty short and simple. We're going to do some bum kicks, some high knees, some arm swings, and we're going to do some star jumps. So let's get into it. Okay, our first step about learning how to do a bounce pass is how we hold the ball. So what I want you guys to do is put your hands out in front of you like this, and I want you to make a W. So we're going to connect our thumbs together, and you got a W or you got a butterfly, whatever you want to call it. So this is how our hands are going to sit on the ball. So now grab your ball and put your W on your hands like this. So this is how we have our hands on our ball when we do our bounce pass. So that's our first step of the bounce pass. Our second step is making sure we stand up and we want to face side on to the wall. We don't want to face instead in front of it or behind it. We want to face side on. So that's our second step. Our third step is bending our knees. So when we are side on to the wall, we want to make sure our knees are bent when we go in for our bounce pass. So we're going to stand up nice and straight. And then when we're about to do our bounce pass, we're going to bend our knees. Our fourth step is going to be how we release the ball. So we're going to have our ball in our W until we're ready to do our pass. So, we're facing side onto our wall, we've got our knees bent a bit, and we've got our hands in a W. But what we're going to do is we're going to release the W so the ball's sitting in one hand like this, and our other hand is our guide. So this is how we're going to push the ball. So we're going to get ready, our W, put it in one hand, support it like that, and that's how we're going to push the wall. We want to push the wall one-handed. So let's practice. W, one hand, and we're going to push the ball down to the ground and catch it again. Our fifth step is adding it all together. So let's start. Number one is how I'm going to have my ball. I'm going to have it in my W. I'm going to stand side onto the wall. I'm going to have a little bit of a bend to my knees. And I'm going to hold the ball in one hand and use the other hand to guide to where I want it to go. So I want it to go to the wall. So you can point if you like, or you can just dangle it to the side. But let's go. So side onto the wall, bend our knees, ball in one hand, and we're going to push it to the ground and catch it again. So we're going to do that 10 times and we'll see how we go. Okay, now we've practiced the skill, we're going to do a fun little game. So I've put a little target up on the wall in front of me. Now you can put a target on the wall, you can draw onto the wall with chalk or whatever you need to do, but we just want a little target on the wall. So our first activity is you have 1 minute to see how many times you can hit the target doing a bounce pass. So let's give that a go. Okay, now we've completed the first bit of our activity. You've taken a minute to see how many you've hit. Now, the second challenge is you have 30 seconds to give that another go. My clinic video today, I hope you've learnt some new skills and I hope you learned how to do a bounce pass properly. Thank you so much for watching.